Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Rex Nebular and the Cosmic Gender Benders. So we were here last time in Bruce's. I still don't really know what it is. Is it a house or a performing place, or I guess kind of a combination of those? Anyway, I think I saw everything that was here. I don't think I missed anything here, as far as I know. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I looked at all this stuff. So, okay, let's go ahead and get out of here. I feel like this game is sort of like this is kind of not a high point of the game because the different parts of the city don't fit together. You just kind of basically teleport to them using the car. So it's just kind of like just like one screen or a couple of screens. Let's see. I'm gonna guess that I can't. The game doesn't let me go this way. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, as I keep saying, I really don't remember much of this game. I feel like this is not a high point of the game, but let's try to make the most of it. I think it's not terrible. It's just a little boring because there's nobody here. It's just kind of exploring these different sort of disparate places in a dead city. All right, so let's see, where are we? It did occur to me that it doesn't make a lot of sense for this language to be in some foreign alphabet because other stuff that we've seen in this world we can read. Like we could read, we can read signs that are in this world. So clearly, whatever language is being used here is one that Rex understands. So it doesn't make sense that unless this car is an import. I guess it's possible that this is an import car, and so the interface was made in a different language, but that doesn't really make much sense because this up here is in English, so I don't know, I guess we're not supposed to think about it too hard. So we explored the residential block at 14 Dresset. Let's go ahead and see what's next. City periphery, North Sea window. Have we been there before? I feel like... No, wait, we were at the periphery before when we were at that elevator that we started here in, but or started next to, but that was a different part of the periphery. So let's go ahead and explore the periphery some more. All right, yeah, so this is something we've not seen before. Wow. As you look out into the ocean, you pause and think. The engineering that went into the city amazes you. Building a metropolis in a volcano comb below sea level is quite an accomplishment. Something in the water seems to have taken an interest in you. Is this something that's part of a puzzle, or does it just happen to stare at us like that? Let's see. Indicator. Oh, I guess that's a pedestrian crossing signal. The indicator is giving an indication indicative of something indicating something else. Just what that indication is escapes you completely. Well, come on, it's a flashing green sign of a person walking, isn't it? That's a walk symbol, in contrast to a don't walk symbol. All right, there's a vent here. You don't want to look at another air vent for the rest of your life. All right. So we're at the base of the cylindrical perimeter wall. The viewport is resistant to the wall, suggesting that the wall is quite thick. Yeah, I mean, this is... Gosh, how thick is this wall? That's several meters thick, or yards, or feet, or whatever. There's a sculpture here, which resembles a cube with a lightning bolt glued to it. You do not understand the significance of this shape. Neither do I. There doesn't seem to be much to see here. Specimen epithet. Okay. I have to admit, I don't know what a specimen epithet is. I thought an epithet was a name of someone or something. Whoa, what is that? It's like a chameleon. It just stuck out its tongue and did it again. Okay, so that's some kind of... Okay, this creature is obviously dangerous to us. I'm going to assume that it's... Oh, maybe it's trying to eat us. Maybe that's why it's doing that with its tongue, because it's trying to eat Rex. Let's see. Can we open these specimen epithets? No? I really don't know what these things are. Do we have any specimens that we can put into them? Maybe a Twinkie fruit. Put the Twinkie fruit into the specimen epithet for scientific processing. No. Can we give the Twinkie fruit to this creature here? Well... Okay. Yeah, we did not convince the viewport that it needs a Twinkie fruit. What a shame. I'm trying to think, is there something that we can do to get this thing to break the glass, like to make it so excited that it tries to plow through the glass? I can't think of anything. Maybe some food, but I don't think there's anything... Other than the Twinkie fruit, I don't think we're carrying anything tastier than us, or tastier than Rex is, so... I can't see anything else here to interact with, so I'm going to guess that we need to come back here later. So, okay, let's go ahead and make a note that we need to come back and look at that huge creature later. And let's go exploring once again in a different part of the city. And as usual, this having to wait for this animation is kind of aggravating a little bit, but okay. So that was the North Sea window. Now we are going to Abdul's service station. Even in this far futuristic world on a different planet, mechanics are named Abdul because stereotypes are intergalactic, I guess. All right, let's see. Arf, 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 arf. There appears to be an obnoxious dog here. All right, let's take a look at that a little bit later. There's a sign here. Contains an arrow pointing straight down. Your inability to understand its meaning frustrates you. What does it say? It looks like it says sell? Or is that stop? The low resolution is preventing me from actually being able to read it, so I don't really know what that's supposed to be about. Fire hydrant, that must be this noisy dog's lavatory. Or... reversed, this must be that. Noisy dog's territory, not that must be this. Broken window, which adds to the pervasive rundown feeling for the neighborhood, not the persuasive feel. Can I take the shards of glass? I'm gonna guess not, but... Nope. There's a manhole here. The plastic cover sealing the manhole leads you to believe that it was not meant to be opened again. You assume it was used during construction of the city. Okay. There's an air hose here. Now you have it figured out. This place must have serviced the kind of vehicles that use rubber tires and ride directly on the road, whilst would there be skid marks and an air hose. This guy must have been into antiques. I was going to say, I think in this game's setting, cars that run on tires are probably kind of old. Can I take the air hose? Kind of antiquated. Okay, we don't need it right now. Do I have anything here that I can inflate? I don't think so. Maybe the Twinkie fruit, but yeah, I don't think we're supposed to inflate the Twinkie fruit. Let's see. You gathered from the sign that the shop was owned by someone named Abdul. The large door is closed and locked, but there is a smaller door around the side which appears to be guarded by the small, noisy dog. Okay, so... I'm going to guess that we need to deal with the small, noisy dog somehow. Do we have anything here that... I mean, we could throw the charge cases at it, but I think that might be overkill. Okay, yeah, it's just a generic message. Do we use the air hose on the dog? You take a moment to look through your possessions. Suddenly you realize that the air hose is not among them. How could you have forgotten to bring it, you fool? At any rate, you can't give what you don't have. This is another situation where the game is basically ridiculously failing to differentiate between something which is here in your inventory and something which you can very easily pick up. Yeah, it didn't let me take the air hose, but I could have just as easily said use it on the dog, and Rex could have just picked it up. And okay, so you don't inflate the dog like in Dig Dug. It's not that kind of game. Let's see. The wide garage door is closed and locked. The rubber skid marks on the sidewalk in front of the door lead you to believe that something other than MLVs were serviced here. I guess magnetic levitation vehicles. Okay, can we do anything here? It doesn't seem like we can. And I'm going to... Hold on. Whoops. Oh. Oh dear. Now that is a mean little pooch. Perhaps you should not have gotten so close to him. I was not expecting that outcome, to be honest. I did not expect that to happen. Okay. I'm just gonna try walking down the street this way. I don't know why I bother, because yeah, the game obviously doesn't let you. It's not going to let us walk off the street. Oh, there's a barricade here. It looks temporary. The street over there may have been under construction. All right. Okay. So not much to see here either. Yeah, I feel like this part of the game is a bit tedious because there really isn't much to see or do, and it takes forever to go from one screen to another because you have to go through this whole process every time of getting in the car, waiting for this thing to come up, and then. Yeah, sorry. I know I've complained about it several times. I feel like this is not even the second time that I'm complaining about it, but it's kind of frustrating. All right, let's go to Buckluster Video. Sounds a bit like it might be a place that sells pornographic videos, but that's probably just my mind being dirty as usual. Or maybe it's like one of those places in Clerks where, you know, yeah, if you've seen Clerks, then yeah, there's a movie called Clerks. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so in the picture, it says this is a turbo toilet, but the game's description, when I mouse over it, says Spot-a-Pot. An interesting aroma emanates from the portable toilet. It's a safe bet that no one has cleaned or emptied it in a century or so. Yes, very interesting. There's a ditch here. Okay, a newsstand. Listed carried almost 100 different magazines and 2 different city newspapers. You can see a few of the headlines. Woman believed working on biologic weapons. Defense counsel concerned. And new residential section to be powered up today. Okay. So there's something sitting here which we should be interested in, but it doesn't. I mean, it just says the sidewalk when I mouse over this. All right. What is this? It advertises a new hormone supplement. The men who lived here must have wanted to be extremely male. New generic testosterone. Okay. Why is a skeleton in the testosterone ad? The statue catches your interest. The statue continues to catch your interest. You stare at the statue for a few minutes. You decide to do something else before you need a cold shower. Yes, the statue is okay. So here's a video store. Looks as though the video store is trying to create an opening night atmosphere. You're more familiar with the kind of video store that is only open at night. All right, can we go inside? Let's check this place out. Curses, it's locked. Well, I guess that's not too terribly surprising. We do have this padlock key, but I don't think... Let's give it a try. No? Just trying to... Alright, I guess I'm trying to think if there's another verb here that I could use, but I guess not. Okay, and as usual, I'm going to guess that it doesn't let us walk off the screen. Nope. I know some of you are saying, why do I keep trying? Because obviously it's not going to let you do that. But the thing is, this is exactly the kind of thing that these types of adventure games do. They consistently refuse to let you do something. And see what I mean? I was just saying, a lot of people would just give up and say, okay, look, the game's obviously not going to let you walk off the screen. But I was just saying, I keep doing it because that's exactly what these games do. They will, like, try to, they'll have one exception where you can do something, and you just have to keep trying and trying and trying until that one time when it finally works. I did not know that I could walk off the screen there. I just thought I better try it, because what if they did something like wow. I'm kind of angry now that actually worked. I mean, I guess it's better than me being stuck for hours and trying to wonder, what I'm supposed to do next. But okay, look at what we have here. There appears to be a living person. This is the first living person that we've seen in this city since we've arrived here. But let's take a look around first. There's a building here, which are weather-worn and covered with graffiti. What is this thing with the all sorts of trash has been dumped here? This looks like your bedroom on the pig. I wonder what this flashing red light is, but it doesn't let me look at it. Graffiti. For the most part, the graffiti on the wall is no different from that which can be found in any city on any world. However, if you random scribblings like that and that other thing strike you as unusual. There are several good limericks and a candid opinion about the questionable parentage of someone named Bruce. A wave of poetic inspiration comes over you, but after searching your pockets, you realize you forgot to bring your spray paint can. I'm guessing these are maybe significant somehow. This looks like... this really looks like a CompuServe user ID. Remember CompuServe? They tended to have the form of numbers like this, where you'd have like a longer number and then a comma and then a shorter number. And this, I don't know, that could be a license plate or... I don't know. Was this somebody's real-life CompuServe ID that they put into the game? Seems almost like an Easter egg that they might have... I don't know, maybe not. All right, graffiti. Oh, yeah, we just looked at that. Metal pipe. Prevents the overhead structure from falling on you. Cardboard box. Wait, what does this cardboard box say? Refrigerator, bedroom, urban dwelling unit. This could hold a large appliance for shipping or a mid-sized person for sleeping. Okay, I'm going to guess that somebody sleeps in the box, maybe this guy. All right, well, let's go ahead and I'm just trying to see if there's anything else to look at here, but I guess not. Keep alley clean, smiley face. Okay, I'm going to guess that we're meant to talk to this guy. So let's see. The man in the alley seems extremely nervous in your presence. He looks as though he hasn't taken a bath in a year or two. You don't know what the native lifespan is, but he looks ancient. He's wearing some kind of personal stereo. All right. I guess back then in the early 1990s, I mean, they had Walkmans and things like that, but that was still probably something kind of new, so it might have seemed still kind of futuristic at the time. All right, let's go ahead and talk to this guy. I'm assuming that's the right thing to do. Hey, you. Leave me alone. Who are you? I'm Herman Spilt Milk. Who are you? I guess spilled milk, but is Herman a joke? Herman spilled milk. I don't know. Did he? I don't know. I have no idea. All right. I'm Rex Nebular. Are we God's gift to the galaxy, space adventurer and cool guy, or... I'll just say I'm shipwrecked here. Let's give the most modest answer. Shipwrecked? So you ain't one of them crazy women after all. No, I am not. I am one of those crazy men. What are you doing here? I'm hiding from them evil women. Why aren't there any women around here? There's a lot of anti-female security systems from the war still working around here. It's not safe for them in this city. Let's see. What war are you talking about? I mean, obviously there was a war, but... I'm speaking of the Great Gender War. Almost 100 years ago, the sexes of this planet went to war. It was horrible. I was barely a teenager when it ended. All right. I guess the women won. How did they do it? While the men perfected the physical sciences, the women worked on biological stuff. They developed a virus that would kill off all the men on the planet. Worked, too. Of course, it also fixed them women so they can't conceive male children. Now they really need that gender bender to keep the race going. You know, I've been thinking about this. This right here, the very first sentence that this guy says here is one thing about the game that I realized sticks out very clearly in my memory. I don't remember much of the context surrounding this scene, but I remember that one point very clearly, and I don't know why it stuck out in my mind so much. I think this was probably the first time in my life that I really realized just how differently men and women think. Because, you know, when you're a kid, you don't really have necessarily a big understanding of the male mind and the female mind. Well, I mean, I guess, you know, as a kid, you understand, okay, boys like to play with G.I. Joes and they like violins and things like that, and girls like to play with dolls and flowers and whatever. But I just thought about this and I realized, yeah, actually, guys like to work with, you know, machines, and women prefer life sciences. And this is true if you look in, you know, if you look at, sorry, I'm going off on a tangent, but I just want to clarify because this was super interesting to me. This was like one of the biggest insights of my life when I was a kid. I realized, hey, that's true. If you look at enrollments in university biology programs, or things like that, or, you know, employment figures in real life biology labs, women are about on parity with men. In fact, often there are more women than men. Women are more interested in the life sciences. And men are more interested in mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, most of engineering in general, and of course computer science, computer programming. I mean, if you look at, that's why they say if you look in computer science classes, or especially in electrical engineering, like electrical engineering is even more so, there are hardly any women there. It's almost all men, like almost exclusively. But in biology, that's not the case. Women like to be life scientists, and sometimes chemists and physicists as well, but mostly biologists. They're not that interested in engineering. And this was the first time in my life that I really understood that. It's just one sentence. It's just one small sentence in a silly computer game. But this was like a huge epiphany for me when I was a kid, because I realized, oh yeah, that's how men and women are different, or one way that they're different. And I know it's kind of stereotypy, but it's also kind of true. I mean, really, look at the world. The world over, this tends to be a repeating pattern. Men become, engineers, and women become biologists if they want to go into the sciences. Sorry, I know that was kind of a long tangent, but I just found it fascinating. Anyway, sorry, let's get back to the story. So can't the woman just use that gender bender thing? Come on. They almost never use that thing to come in here. They hate being men so much that they'd sooner leave this entire city alone than be men, even for a few hours. Well, I mean, it's not like there's anything to see here anyway. It seems like most of the men are dead. I mean, there's this guy, maybe there are a few others who are still alive, but I think most of them must have died off by now. Okay, so what does this city have to do with all of this? This is Machopolis, the city of men. It was built a few years ago into the war as a safe place for male non-combatants to live. Of course, it didn't help much in the end. Do you know anything about a precious vase? Vase? Well, if it were a rare one, it was probably part of Bill Bigfish's art collection. He was governor here when we lost the war. Word was he had a pretty decent art collection. Okay. What do you do here? I mean, I guess you... Well, I used to walk around and listen to music all day, but my Squawkman hasn't worked in a month or two. I used up every battery I could find in this whole city. I miss my music a lot. Yeah. Today, the brand name Walkman is something that millennials or Zoomers might not even recognize. But, back then, like I said, Walkman, it was a big thing. Okay, so we need batteries for this guy's Squawkman. How do you get around? Everything's locked. It used to be that everyone in this city had an ID card to let them go places. I lost my old one, so I had to make one up. It isn't very good, but it works. Ooh, do you think I could borrow that ID card? I'll tell you what. I'll give you the ID to keep if you can give me some batteries for this here Squawkman. Okay. I'll try to find you some batteries. Where's the governor's collection? The governor lived in the tallest building in the city. His penthouse was the only thing that stuck up above the city rim. I don't think you can get there anymore. That part of the city has all fallen apart. Too bad you can't fly. All right, I'll try to find you some batteries. Great. I don't get around as easy as I used to. Walking around the city is a real chore these days. All right, see you later, sir. I'll be back with some batteries for you. Okay, later. I just realized there's the refrigerator here. I saw the carton, but I didn't see the refrigerator sitting next to it. The refrigerator looks older than that hermit. Oh, looks older that the hermit looks... Okay. Rust has replaced the enamel finish in most places. The hinges also appear to be badly rusted. Okay, so I guess there's nothing we can do here except come back with batteries. We don't have batteries, do we? Or anything that could serve as batteries. Padlock, key tape. Oh. Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, I get it. That's why it says, when you look at the tape player, that's why it says... it has some built-in atomic power plant that renders batteries obsolete. Because otherwise you could think, well, let's just get the batteries out of this thing. But okay, so that's telling you the tape player is no good as a source of batteries. Are there batteries in either of these modules? If I say open this target module, for example, or open the timer module, are the batteries inside? No. Okay, I don't seem to have anything that would have batteries in it, so... Okay, I'm guessing we'll have to come back here later with batteries for that guy. Man, I'm simultaneously furious and relieved. I'm furious that they hid that place here because, all the other places in the city say, oh, you better not go walking, you don't want to get lost. But just here in this one place, they let you go there. I'm furious that they did that, and I'm relieved that I actually just happened to figure that out and didn't spend hours and hours trying to figure out what am I supposed to do now? Where am I supposed to go from here? Not that it got us really anywhere, because we still need to find batteries for that guy's Squawkman, but all right, well, good to know. So there's a guy here with an ID card that we can get as soon as we get some batteries. All right, let's move on. Man. And just when I was saying that, just as I was saying, I'm sorry that I keep doing this, but I just have this fear of missing out on a place that you can actually go to. Because adventure games like this do that all the time, and it's so annoying. It's kind of infuriating, actually. All right, let's go to the Maintenance Access Williams Bypass. What is this all about? I wonder if there's a way to speed this up. DOSBox does have a turbo button on it, which I wonder if that would help. Okay, gosh, where are we? Oh, are we? Oh, I see. This is the Pleasure Dome. Polly's Pleasure Dome. It sounds like your kind of place. The statue in front of it catches your attention. Yes, it caught mine too. The enormous statue stands in front of Polly's Pleasure Dome and is definitely in the correct proportions. Despite a missing right arm, she still manages to keep your interest for several minutes. You suddenly wish you were 50 feet tall. Yeah, so that's where we were down there. There's some... The port immediately concerns itself with its one goal in life, keeping the expressway suspended above the city. Buildings below include a large dome with a statue in front of it, a small shopping strip, a seafood restaurant, and a few private residences. Oh, there are some ropes here. The ropes hanging down from the armatures are suspending a boat. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because we had the Pleasure Dome here, and then just to the left of that, there was this restaurant. Okay, so they're suspending a boat above a restaurant on the lower level. They are connected to a pair of small winches. You assume the control box on one of the armatures must control the winches. The winches look like they have rusted away. So let's take a look at this control box here. Oh, a padlock secures it. Okay. Why is that unfortunate? It says the control box is showing signs of advanced decay, but the padlock, unfortunately, is not. Why is that unfortunate? That means we can probably use the padlock key with it. Come on, Rex, go faster. I will survive in my Mach 5, I will survive. Wait, really? Yeah, I have the key, and I tried to put the key into it, and then you said, oh, pictures. Okay, come on, man, this is, okay, here we go. Armature. Can I do something with the armature? Come on, man. Really? Is there a pixel for the padlock itself? I have the expressway, I have the control box, and I have the armature. I need a is there like one pixel for the padlock that I need to find? Doesn't seem like it. Oh man, that's infuriating. Okay, this is not... Like, do I have some way of getting a close-up of this or something? I don't seem to. Like, I can't... Come on, this can't be... You gotta be kidding me. Oh, maybe I can put the charge cases... I can blow it up with the charge cases. No. Does it really... I mean... It really doesn't let me interact with the padlock. It tells me that there is a padlock, but... Wow. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. we can't walk off here. There's a maintenance building here, which looks a lot like the superstructure on an aircraft carrier. What? No, no, look, not throw. Look at maintenance building. No, not throw maintenance building at maintenance building. No. No. Museum was built for wheeled traffic. Okay, that's great, but that's not what I... Oh, okay, I see. I have to click with the right mouse button. Construction maintenance crews must keep equipment in there. Can we open up the building? You aren't planning to do any repairs on the expressway, so you don't bother the maintenance building. Okay, I'll go ahead and stop the video here. I will save this as on the expressway. I didn't really make any progress in this video. Like, I didn't actually solve any puzzles. We saw a few places, but we didn't actually solve any puzzles. Unless figuring out that you can go to the right on that one screen counts as a puzzle. I'm actually quite angry with this game now for two reasons. First of all, because of that thing where it gives you no indication that you can go right from that screen. And secondly, this. It's very obvious. I mean, come on, man. There's a padlock on this thing. I've got a padlock key. Why does the game not let me put the key in the padlock and use that's? I mean, it's some stupid adventure game thing that the game is not. I'm very, very angry right now. I'm really very angry, and I apologize to everyone for flying off the handle this way. I'm going to go and blow up a few planets to relieve some stress. Anyway, I will see you folks next time in the next video, and we'll figure out how all this stuff works, hopefully, in the next video. So until then, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye for now.